was out in the streets, man, selling coke and dope and weed, running around, flipping stolen merchandise and dealing with nothing but scumbags, because the only people who weren't in school that I knew were freaking dropouts and scumbags. And then I got to be about 16. I'm selling weed. My uncle finds out I selling weed. I think I'm in trouble. Now, this is the who, by the way, introduced me to the life of crime. His name is Peter Toko. God rest his soul. He's my favorite uncle. And he brought me into a life of crime by having me do some little petty crimes and crap that I did when I was like 12, 13, 14 years old. And I looked up to him. He had a new Cadillac. Everybody showed him a lot of respect. You know, everybody shook his hand like a double handshake. They all, hey, Pete, how you doing? They wouldn't take his money at their stores and restaurants. They'd give him free everything, comp everything. And I'd see that. I'd see a perspective. I'd see all this stuff and kind of understand. So I want to be like him. So then at age 16, he finds some weed in the pocket of my coat. And he takes me in a basement. I'm thinking I'm in trouble. I think he's about to freaking let me have it. He's going to tell my grandpa I'm in all kinds of trouble. And he says, this is bullshit weed, man. If you're going to sell weed, sell good weed. And he takes me upstairs in the garage and freaking pulls out a big ass box of like 10 pounds. And he's like, here, take these and sell these. And so I'm like, okay. So now I'm in the weed game. He gives me like 10 pounds of good weed. And that was just kind of the transition of my life. Over the next few years, I got involved in I became security at poker games for a very high-level mafia boss who's very famous. His name is Tony Giacalone. He liked me. He liked that I was a tough guy. He was a street guy, a tough guy. And here's a guy who's made millions and millions of dollars off the street, man. He had a black organization, the Black Mafia family, that he organized like the mafia and then provided them with drugs and had them sell. Frank Nitty Usher, and then he was generally a bad dude, man. I'm telling you, the FBI believe he was responsible for up to 60 murders. This was a bad mofo. He liked me because I was always in trouble for fighting, or he'd hear about me tearing up clubs and breaking a guy's jaw, knocking out his teeth. So when I went and saw him one time, I was with my grandpa telling him these stories. My grandpa was in bodies with him. So Tony Giacalone's daughter married my cousin. Her name is Nina. She would be my mother's first cousin, which made her my second cousin, I guess. So anyways, he basically one day he said, I got a problem. The first thing was that he said, my nephew's getting picked on. So I freaking went by these kids in the neighborhood where they were playing basketball. He got punched in the face. He wasn't a hitter. He was kind of a freaking pussy. A good dude, but he's a pussy. So and Tony called me and told me this. I got enraged by this. So I freaking flew my ninja. I was on my ninja. I flew across town because I was at the beach chilling. And I went up in his backyard where these kids were playing basketball. And I basically punked them all out. I said, listen, they knew who I was, which I was surprised. When I walked back there, they're like, hey, what's up, Al, man? Tony's your cousin? Because I said, which one of you bitches put your hands on my cousin? And they're like, oh, man, what's up, Al? And as soon as they said, what's up, Al? I was like, wait a minute, they know me? I live in a whole nother city. I'm in another neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that they knew me told me that they knew what I was about and what was about to happen. So I told them, you put your hands on my cousin ever again, I'll stomp your ass. All of you bitches. You got that? And they did. And they never left. They never messed with Tony again. But then Tony Jr., because my cousin's name is Tony too, and the big Tony who asked me to do it, he knew that what I did and he liked it. So a month later, whatever, 2 months later, he asked me to help him out with a freaking, his girlfriend's ex-boyfriend showed up at her house all drunk and like smacked her around and then fell asleep, passed out. She called him and told him. He's like a 60-year-old man. I'm like, I'm maybe 19, 20. And Tony says in the morning, 7 o'clock in the morning, he's like, yo, listen, go handle this. And I'm like, all right, give me the address. I go there with my boy, just another big Italian kid. And I go up in the house quietly, sneak in there. And I end up grabbing this dude and freaking smashing his face, just pummeling him. I had this big nugget ring and just smashing his face, bloody all over. And I threw him out of there. The girl told Tony what I did. So at this point, Tony's like, I like this for, Alonzo, man. This guy gets it done, man. You tell him get it done. He gets it done every time. So he starts asking me to work security at poker games, at casino nights, at various parties and things like that. So that's how I kind of got in with him. And then eventually just let in more and more stuff and a lot of things like extortion. And I got in a bank robbery and all kinds of robberies, robbing drug dealers, robbing pimps, just anything to make money, man. I was this freaking scumbag. I just robbed everybody. And I pushed my weight around. I'm lucky nobody ever killed me. I kind of strategically did that. If I found out there was a drug dealer in the neighborhood and he wasn't connected to anybody, any of us, I'd go tell him that he's got to pay me if he wants to sell drugs. If he got loud, I freaking, punch him in the mouth. If he still didn't pay me, I put a pistol in his mouth and say, next time I'll blow your freaking head off.